Hello, everyone. I know I'm breaking format a little bit today. You usually see me at the side of a river or a stream or in the woods, but I had to be in my office today for what it is that I'm breaking in to share with you of urgent importance. It's really important that you have what I'm about to share with you in your wallet, in your consciousness, and shared among your friends as quickly as possible. There is a website um, that is the Department of Justice website. There's a link that I will share in the description below, so you have that. I think every person listening to this needs to print this page out and keep it with them, and I'm going to tell you why. This is a very important part of the U.S. Code. It's Title 18 of the U.S. Code, Section 242. Now, I'm not an attorney. This is all public information, so you can take from it what you want. You can consult with an attorney if you like, but this is something that I think is valuable, and I want to share it with you. This specific code speaks to the deprivation of rights under color of law. We'll talk about what that is in a minute. Now, down below here is actually the statute, which is what you probably should print off. But here in the summary, it tells you exactly who it applies to. This applies to a very specific group of people: police officers, prison guards, other law enforcement officials, as well as judges, care providers, and public health facilities, and others who are acting as public officials. That's a very broad brush of officials. And what this is talking about is when any of those officials come and try to do something that deprives the citizen of their rights under the United States Constitution. It specifically says, so Section 242 of Title 18 makes it a crime for any person acting under color of law to willfully deprive a person of a right or a privilege protected by the Constitution or laws of the United States. That's pretty powerful. Now, that doesn't mean a police officer enforcing a law that's been created by a legislature, murder, rape, theft, robbing a bank, all of that good stuff. That's bad stuff, is covered under the legislature. We elect people in our constitutional republics as legislatures. They make laws and we put people away that violate those laws. That's not what we're talking about here. This is when any of those entities say, I'm a law enforcement person, I'm the governor, I'm an official public health a person, and you need to do something. You need to take something, be tested for something, have something jabbed in your arm or your nose or whatever. You get the picture. What that means is that they're acting in a way that is not lawful. And in fact, their actions are so unlawful that they are depriving the citizen of their rights under the Constitution of the United States. So this specific statute talks about who's not supposed to do that, what it is when they do, and the specific penalties when they violate it. Now, if they violate it, and if they deprive a right or privilege or immunity, they shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than a year or both. Okay, that's not really a big deal. That's a misdemeanor. It's not a real super big deal, but it is something. If they actually, this would really caught my attention, kidnap or attempt to kidnap a person under the color of law. You can use the word kidnap for a lot of things. Arrest. They shall be fined, let's see here, or imprisoned for any term of years or for life or both, or may be sentenced to death. That's pretty powerful. I appreciate that there was a legislature at some point in our history that put that into the code, because it gives the United States citizen a mechanism to fight back against a tyrannical government. So we now have to ask the question, does the United States Department of Justice really mean this? Is this just words on a piece of paper, or does it actually have the force of law? Now, you may have your concerns, you may have your doubts about the Department of Justice today. You may have your concerns or doubts about the Department of Justice under a Biden administration or any other administration for that matter. We can't really settle that, but we do have it on the books and we can use it. So how do I propose using it? I think every person listening to this needs to not only have this printed in their wallet or purse, but they need to share it with people so that they also can print it and put it in their wallet or purse. And when you're thinking about instances of governors healthcare officials closing down businesses, coming with some kind of mandate, that you should utilize this tool to fight that. How is that going to happen? So over here, you'll see there's actually some contact information about the Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice. That's important. But what I really want to bring your attention to is this one link right here. Hopefully it'll be here when you get there. It's report a violation, the action center. So I'm going to click on that just so you kind of see it. And here's what it says. It's right there in black and white. We uphold the civil rights of all people in the United States. The Civil Rights Division enforces federal laws that protect you from discrimination based on the normal stuff, the race, color, national origin, disability, sex, religion, closing churches, familial status, or loss of other constitutional rights. Loss of other constitutional rights, like the freedom to assemble, the freedom of speech, the freedom, all of the rights that are enumerated in our wonderful Constitution and in our Bill of Rights. So when you feel that this has occurred in any way, shape, or form, you have the ability, the capacity to start a report. So let's see what that looks like. Start a report. Okay. It tells you how to report a civil rights violation, what the form is, what they do, all the actions they take. And then if you feel that you can go through that process, go ahead, right? Submit a report, contact them to report a violation. And it tells you, if you believe you or someone else has experienced a civil rights violation, please tell us what happened. Okay, let's do that. This is our tax dollars hard at work. Contact information. You're not required to provide your name and contact. If you want to remain anonymous, you just leave this section blank. But here you go. It's all here. And now you can talk about it and you just go through it. I won't go through that because you're smart enough to do that yourself. But I want you to be aware of it. So I'm going to go back to this page. Again, I'm going to have a link to this. Very, very important. One leads to the other. This page leads to this one, and I'll just have that right there for you. I encourage you to share this. Please, please, please share it. It's very, very important. We have so many things ahead of us. We have so many clouds looming on the horizon that are serving to take away our rights. And we can only keep our rights if we fight to keep our rights. We have to make the other side, the side that wants to move us into a statist, utopian, leftist, Maoist hellhole. We need to be able to fight back. And this is one tool under our belt. I'm looking forward to seeing you all again when I begin the book series on American secession. We're going to just talk about that as a nonviolent way of fighting back. I thank you for your interest. I thank you for your engagement. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to like this presentation.